Do you want to know how long you really have left? Once you pass 70, every year feels more precious. And the truth is, your body is already giving you signs about how long you can live. Some people in their 70s still feel strong, dark, and full of life, while others begin to slow down, dealing with health issues and fatigue. The difference? It's often found in a few key signs, subtle but powerful indicators that can give you a glimpse into your future. In this video, we'll talk about 7 signs that can reveal how long you can live after 70. These aren't lore or myths. They're based on real patterns that researchers and doctors have observed in people who live long, healthy lives. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your own body and lifestyle, and most importantly, what you can do to maximize your chances of living longer and staying healthier. Stay alert until the end, because you may be overcoming little things that could have a big impact on your future. And once you recognize these signs, you'll have a clear idea of where you stand and what changes you may need to make to add years to your life. Now, let's get started. One of the strongest predictors of how long you might live past 70 isn't hidden in your DNA, your medical records, or even your diet. It's something much simpler: your walking speed. Studies have shown that people who maintain a slow, brisk walking pace in their 70s and beyond tend to live longer than those who slow down significantly. That's because walking speed is directly linked to overall health, muscle strength, cardiovascular function, and even brain health. Consider 2 men, Joe and Frank, both 75 years old. Joe walks every day, keeps a slow pace, and doesn't struggle when he crosses the street or jumps up the stairs. His movements are fluid, balanced, and confident. Frank, on the other hand, used to be active, but has slowed down significantly in recent years. He struggles to keep up with others, takes frequent breaks, and sometimes feels unsteady on his feet. While Joe's pace suggests that his body is still functioning well, Frank's slowing pace could be a warning sign that his health is deteriorating. A slow, unsteady gait isn't just about acting. It could signal subjective issues like muscle weakness, poor circulation, or even a neurological slowdown. Your feet are your foundation, and when they start to fail, so does your overall resilience. The good news is that walking speed is something you can improve. The more you walk, the stronger you get. If you've noticed that you're slowing down, don't ignore it. Start making small efforts to build strength. Whether it's taking more walks, using nightmarish techniques, or doing simple foot exercises. Because in the end, how fast you move can literally tell you a lot about how long you'll keep moving. So pay attention to your pace. It may just be the simplest way to gauge your longevity. Step 2. Your power of action. Believe it or not, the power of your slowdown can be more telling, more about your future than you might think. Research has found that power of action is one of the clearest indicators of overall vitality in older adults. A steady gait suggests strong muscles, good circulation, and a well-functioning nervous system. On the other hand, a weak spot or slowing down can be a sign of early muscle loss, friability, and even a higher risk of health complications. Take Robert, a 78-year-old who has always prided himself on his steady draw. He stayed active, walked, lifted weights, and never had trouble opening pots or carrying food. Then there's Walter, also 78, who began to notice that simple tasks, like tightening a pot lid or holding a heavy bag, felt harder than usual. He dismissed it as just acting, but what he didn't realize was that his slowed-down grip strength was signaling a loss of muscle mass, which could make him more prone to falls, injuries, and even shorter life expectancies. Your hands are a reflection of your overall muscular health. If your grip is embarrassed, chances are the rest of your body is too, and the more strength you lose, the harder it is to stay independent, active, and resilient. The good news is that you can rebuild it. Simple exercises, like squeezing a tennis pot, using hand grips, or even lifting heavy objects, can help keep your flu and your muscles strong. So take a moment and test your flu. If your hands feel weaker than they used to, or if daily tasks become more difficult, don't ignore it. Because how well you handle things today may just tell you how well you'll handle life in the years to come. If you're still watching this video and finding this information valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you do so and ring the bell so you don't miss any videos. Now, let's move on. Sign 3. Your ability to stand on one leg. Balance isn't something most people think about until they start to lose it. But your ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live. Researchers have found that people who struggle with balance are more likely to experience falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. On the other hand, people who can maintain their balance well into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer, healthier lives. Imagine 2 women, Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol has always been active, walking daily, doing yoga, and can easily lift one foot off the ground for several seconds without burning out. Nancy, on the other hand, hasn't paid much attention to her balance over the years. When she tries to stand on one leg, she immediately starts to sway, needing to reach for something to steady herself. What Nancy doesn't realize is that this loss of balance isn't just an inconvenience. It's a warning sign that your coordination, muscle strength, and even brain function may be declining. Good balance depends on strong legs, a strong nervous system, and a healthy brain. If you find yourself swaying more often, feeling unsteady when turning quickly, or needing to hold onto walls or storage for support, it's time to take action. The best part is that balance can be improved. Simple exercises like tracking one foot for a few seconds a day, walking from leg to leg, or practicing light Tai Chi can help you rebuild stability. Try this test right now. Stop and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without moving? If not, take your time. But don't ignore it either, because the more you work on your balance today, the stronger and more stable you'll be in the years to come. Sign 4. Your sleep patterns. How well you sleep at night says a lot about how long you can live. Sleep isn't just about rest, it's when your body repairs itself, strengthens your immune system, and limits toxins from your brain. Studies have shown that people over 70 who get consistent, high-quality sleep tend to live longer, healthier lives, while those who struggle with poor sleep have a higher risk of memory decline, heart disease, and a weakened immune system. Consider 2 men, Henry and Bill, both 6.5 years old. Henry has a consistent sleep schedule. He sleeps about 7 hours a night and wakes up feeling refreshed. Bill, on the other hand, has restful nights, tossing and turning, waking up several times and sometimes struggling to sleep. Over time, Henry's body continues to function well, his brain stays strong, and his energy levels remain the same. But Bill is starting to experience brain fire, daytime fatigue, and even changes in his blood pressure, all linked to his slowing sleep quality. If you find yourself waking up frequently during the night, having trouble staying asleep, or feeling tired even after hours of sleep, don't play along. Your body is telling you something. Poor sleep can be linked to many things: stress, poor diet, lack of physical activity, or even undiagnosed health conditions like sleep apnea. The good news is that sleep quality can be improved. Simple changes like reducing the amount of time you write before bed, sticking to a routine, getting natural sunlight in the morning, or avoiding heavy foods in the evening can make a big difference. Sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's about keeping your body and mind functioning at their best. So tonight, pay attention to how you sleep. If you wake up tired, struggle to stay asleep, or feel like your sleep has changed in the past few years, it's time to make adjustments, because how well you rest today may just determine how strong and healthy you are in the years to come. If you're still watching this video and are finding this information valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and ring the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue to create great content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move on. Sign 5. Your appetite and eating habits. How you eat after 70 is one of the strongest predictors of how long you may live. A healthy appetite and a well-balanced diet keep your body strong, your immune system resilient, and your energy levels high. On the other hand, a rapid loss of appetite or poor eating habits can signal subjective health problems and even accelerate aging. Consider two women, Margaret and Susan, both 74. Margaret enjoys her foods, eats a variety of fresh, whole foods, and maintains a steady weight. She looks forward to preparing her own meals and feels energized throughout the day. Susan, however, has noticed that she is not as hungry as she used to be. She forgets to eat, relies on processed foods, and has intentionally lost weight over the past year. What she doesn't realize is that her slowing appetite isn't just a small change. It's a red flag that your body may not be absorbing nutrients properly, which could sink your muscles, speed up your metabolism, and even affect your immune system. A decreased appetite in older adults is often linked to subjective health issues, including digestive issues, hormonal changes, or even signs of cognitive decline. And when you're not eating enough, your body starts to break down muscle, leading to weakness, frailty, and an increased risk of disease. If you've noticed changes in your eating habits, such as feeling full too quickly, a lack of interest in food, or unexpected weight loss, it's important to take action. Eating well after 70 isn't just about feeling full. It's about giving your body the nutrients it needs to function properly. Focus on whole nutrient foods, stay hydrated, and don't ignore a decreased appetite. It could be your body's way of telling you something needs attention. So ask yourself if you're still enjoying your foods, if you're getting enough protein, fiber, and healthy fats to keep your body strong, or if you've noticed a decline in your appetite and energy levels. The way you eat today has a direct impact on how strong and independent you'll be in the years to come. Sign 6. Your ability to handle stress. How you handle stress after 70 can tell you a lot about how long you'll live. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your style, it also affects your immune system, increases your risk of heart disease, and even accelerates aging. On the other hand, people who know how to deal with stress effectively tend to stay healthier, more active, and mentally strong well into the years to come. Take John and Richard, both 76 years old. John faces challenges like everyone else: unexpected expenses, health scares, family problems. But he's learned to handle them with a calm, steady approach. He practices deep breathing, stays socially engaged, and doesn't dwell on problems any longer than necessary. Richard, however, holds on to stress. He constantly worries about things outside of his control, feels embarrassed by small frustrations, and generally finds himself stuck in negative thinking loops. Over time, this constant stress takes its toll on his body, his blood pressure rising, his sleep suffering, and his energy levels dropping. Long-term stress triggers inflammation in the body, which has been linked to nearly every age-related disease, from Alzheimer's to heart conditions. If you find yourself constantly feeling tense, irritable, or emotionally rushed, don't ignore it. Finding ways to cope with stress, whether through mindfulness, exercise, deep breathing, or even laughter, can add years to your life. Ask yourself when faced with challenges: do you adapt and move on, or do you hold on to a worry and let the stress take over? Your ability to stay calm, find solutions, and focus on what you can control isn't just good for your mind. It's a key factor in how long and well you live. If you're still watching this video and are finding this information valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't already subscribed, I encourage you to do so and ring the bell so you don't miss any more videos. Your support helps us continue to create great content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move on. Step 7. Your social connections. The strength of your relationships may be one of the clearest indicators of how long you can live past 70. Studies have consistently shown that people with strong social connections, whether through friendships, family, or community involvement, tend to live longer, healthier lives. Loneliness, on the other hand, has been linked to higher risks of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early mortality. Consider two women, Eleanor and Barbara, both 78 years old. Eleanor has an active social life and keeps in touch with old friends, participates in a local book club, and enjoys spending time with her family. She enjoys their conversations, laughs a lot, and feels a sense of connection with the people around her. Barbara, however, spends most of her time alone. She has lost touch with many of her friends in recent years, and despite having family, she rarely reaches out. As the months pass, she begins to feel isolated, her stomach declines, and her overall health begins to suffer. Human connection is more than just emotional support. It plays a direct role in physical health. When you interact with others, your brain becomes active, your stress levels decrease, and your body releases chemicals that promote overall well-being. If you've found yourself withdrawing from social activities, avoiding phone calls, or spending more time alone than you used to, it's time to change that. Staying connected doesn't mean you have to be surprised by people all the time. Even small efforts like reaching out to an old friend, joining a group with shared interests, or making a habit of meaningful conversations can make all the difference. Because the relationships you nurture today don't just bring you happiness. They help ensure you stay healthier and live longer in the years to come. Final thoughts. Now that you know these 7 signs, take a moment to reflect on where you are. Are you moving through life with strength and confidence? Or have you noticed subtle changes that could be warning signs? The good news is that most of these factors, your walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, eating habits, stress levels, and social connections, are things you can improve. Your future is not set in stone, and the choices you make today can have a powerful impact on how many years you have ahead of you. If you've recognized areas where you need to improve, don't wait for a doctor to tell you it's time to make a change. Start now. Walk more, stretch your muscles, prioritize good sleep, stay social, and find ways to manage stress. The goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. Because at the end of the day, longevity isn't just about the number of years you have, but the quality of life you experience in those years. Thanks for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue to create great content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.